JT, just where do you feel like, 1 month into the season, how do you feel like this defense is performing so far?
I feel like we're doing great. Still, there's a lot of things we can fix, but I think the path we're on right now, we just stay the course and keep our head down and stay working. We can keep leveling up.
You know what it's like to play immediately as a freshman. What have you seen from Jair Brown that allowed him to step in and play as well as he did on Saturday?
Oh man, we've seen that from fall camp. Jair has just always put in time. He always wants to learn. He's always looking to learn more, and he's never stopped. And he's always looking to grow. And yeah, that's a dog. You guys seen it, and he's just gonna continue to do his thing and keep going.
Why'd you stop wearing the tape on the face mask? Like
They got mad because they had to clean it off all the time.
Do you feel like as a DN, too much value can sometimes be placed on sacks, and then whether or not a defensive end is being productive or not?
Yeah, it can get like that sometimes, but like Coach Jay says, just do your job and just let the game come to you. There's more things DNs have to do than just get sacks. Sacks do get paid, but you got to just do your job and let it come.
So, going back to the Toledo game, there were a couple times where it seemed like you had Finn, and then he just kind of made a play, and now he's kind of out of there. What do you learn from situations like that when you're dealing with maybe a little bit more of a mobile quarterback where you did everything right, and yet you still didn't end up with the sack?
Yeah, credit to Finn. He's a great athlete, and just the things you learn from that game is just angles and just angles, and with someone like that, you just gotta be ready.
Is it frustrating in that moment though? Because it's like you think you did all that work, he just basically made it seem kind of erratic.
Yeah, but at the same time, you just gotta move on to the next play and just learn from it.
JT, when Coach Jay evaluates it, has he thought that the pressure has been at the level you guys need to provide, or what are those? Setting aside the sacks, has the pressure been an allowable amount in his review?
Yeah, it's just Coach Jay always preached, man, just do your job and trust in your brothers. The front four. We have to set the tone, and we got to trust each other, hold that ball, and just trusting coaches and Coach Jay. Like I said, you just do your job. Simple as that.
Is he? I know he's always asking for more. Does it seem like he's pleased with the way that's going through the first 4 weeks?
Yeah, but like all of us and Coach Jay, there's always room for improvement. No matter how well we did, how bad we did, but there's always things we can grow upon.
It does seem like there's a lot of time for you guys as defensive ends are, maybe helping the other guys around you make plays. Is that something that you've always been comfortable with, or do you kind of have to embrace that? But sometimes your job isn't to make the play yourself, but to help your teammates make.
Oh no, there's 11 of us out there, and my brother makes a play, we all make the play. It's just we all got to work together. It can't be a one man show. It's all of us. We all got to do our job.
JT, I've been meaning to ask you because we get this question a lot. Do you prefer going by JT or by Jalen?
I'm cool with either or, except for JTT.
That's what I thought. But sometimes I get people that they're like, he doesn't want to be called JT.
Oh yeah, I'm just cool with JT or Jalen. It doesn't matter.
Obviously, you, Mike, Talik, and Jack, often in those third down situations, it's you four guys out there. You just four as a tandem, how do you see you guys kind of develop this year and maybe be a little bit more ready for game and put you guys in these positions to be able to make impacts?
You're talking about like how we can get more ready, or just how we
like what have you four done specifically?
Just learn off each other. I'm learning off Talik, Mike, Jack, and vice versa. We all just try to collect information from each one of us to add it to our toolbox or add it to our bag and just go out there and perform. Same thing is just play our ball.
When Jack is the Jack, and he's standing up, is there like communication with you guys about where he's going to stand up, how maybe that affects how you guys are going to rush, how you guys are going to play if he's like in your gap or in your lane?
Our whole 11 defense is all communicating. We all got to communicate with each other, and it's just we always got to know where each other's at all the time.
How has that position helped you guys who are just normal defensive linemen going when that position is out there?
It helps us a lot because it's it's something new. It's either or. He can make the play, we can make the play. It's simple as that.
What's Sharon's biggest strength?
Sharon?
Yeah.
Oh man, you need that hole to be stopped. That's your man right there. And he can do a lot more than that. But they've been double teaming, and I mean he hasn't been getting moved, and that's the heart of the defense right there.
Break it down for me as a D-line, and what's it take to even double team like that? What's the technique involved?
Man, I can say mine, but I know for Teron, he taking on center and guard and tackle. I'm taking on tackle and tight end, but I think you just gotta be tough, and that guy right there is as tough as it gets.
What's his personality like?
Oh, great! I mean, high motor, and always making sure everybody's playing at their best.
Seems like a pretty upbeat guy.
Oh yeah, he's a leader. Mm-hmm.
You guys have been playing as well as you have the last few weeks. What do you do to make sure you don't get complacent when you're going into a game like this where you guys are heavily favored?
Man, always working on things that we still need to get better at. There's, like I said, there's always things we need to grow on, and every time we go in that film room, it's we always got to critique them things, and like I said, it can be a great game or a bad game. There's always things we need to fix.
Their quarterback situation. How do you guys prepare for that? Because they've had so many injuries at that position.
You talking about for this week?
For Rutgers, yeah.
I think right now we're just focused on what we have to do, and just playing fundamental sound ball and staying true to our technique and our coaching.
What you've seen on video, what intrigues you about Rutgers and their offense?
There's a lot
different, so to speak.
A lot of sneaky stuff, man. Rutgers is a sneaky good team. Playing against them last year, they run a lot of things, and you usually got to be on your toes for it. You always got to be ready. Great coach and just a great team. You guys have seen it. They do their stuff, and we just got to be ready.
A lot of gadgets, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you prepare for that, knowing they're going to be trick plays left and right?
Just got to stay fundamentally sound and stay true to your coaching and what you were taught all week.
JT, what is it about this defense that allows someone like you who plays at the defensive end position to do some things that maybe some people aren't always necessarily seeing take place on the field? Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Repeat your question one more time.
So, what is it about this defense for a defensive end such as yourself
Mm-hmm.
that you guys are doing on the field that maybe the lay person that's watching the game isn't necessarily seeing take place?
Yeah, it's just allowing us to play free. It's Coach Knowles did a great job to having us trusting our abilities and just trusting us to go out there and just not to think and just have one or two simple tasks to do and just do it at full speed.
Has this game been fun to play, especially for you guys up front?
It's been
changed it up almost every play.
Yeah, it's been very fun, and Coach Knowles is a very smart guy, as long as with everybody else that came in, and we just trusting in them right now.
All right, thank you, JT.
Thanks, JT.
Thank you. The way it's looking. All right, we'll put Matt Jones here in the middle.
What's up, Matt? weeks into the season, how do you feel the offensive line is coming together? How do you feel you guys are playing?
I feel like we're playing pretty good. Everybody's executing like they're supposed to. We all mistakes. We all grow. And the thing is that we just bring the energy. That's it. We just gotta start fast and just bring energy.
I know for you personally, obviously, you went through that illness a couple of weeks ago. How have you recovered from it, and what did you learn from that experience?
It was a hard week. That was a hard week, but I'm happy that I made it through, and I feel great now, and that's all that matters.
I wanted to ask you too about Ron Vincent a little bit. I know you go against him in practice probably a lot. What's his biggest strength as a defensive player?
He's a very explosive player. Iron sharpens iron. We always rep it every day, and that's how we get better. Everything he do is pretty good. Hand movement, technique. He's a great player.
One of his biggest strengths in game seems to be eating those double teams, taking on multiple blockers at once. From your purview, what makes him good at that particular skill?
Just how he gets up the ball. He knows how to position himself and be prepared for blocks and how to shed blocks, and that's just one thing he's good. He does great.
Matt, what's the most important thing Justin Fry's taught you so far?
He just taught me mostly just bring the energy and just go hard. Honestly, there's gonna be mistakes on the field, but once you sit down, you actually know what the mistakes you make and just execute what you do. It's gonna always come back.
Does he create energy in a different way than other coaches you've had? It seems like he can be that way.
I can say the offensive line loves him, loves the energy that he brings. Everybody's wanting to learn, everybody's willing to grow together, and that's one thing I love about Coach Fry.
Matt, was that the Wisconsin game? Was that one of the cleaner games that you've been a part of in terms of offensive line plays since you've been here, just in terms of execution across the board?
It was a pretty good game. I feel like we was really prepared for that week. Just the game plan and everybody execute well.
What does that do for your guys' confidence as you're trying to build momentum? All five of you building momentum, building chemistry.
It's just repetition. We go over in practice, and whatever we do in practice, if we critique it, whatever, and then we just stick to what we do.
Coach Day said a couple times yesterday that he felt like you guys were targeted much better as an offensive line. I guess on some of those zone running schemes. Just what does that mean to you when he says you guys were on target?
I think that means a lot, kind of. You know what I'm saying? What we try to do is just start fast. That's what we try to do as the offensive line. Just bring that energy down and just go off the ball.
Matt, Coach Day talked about, especially the second and third game, you're playing an overmatched opponent. Obviously, you can get away with some things in those games, especially with the offensive line. When you go back and look at film of games like that where you guys just do dominate up front, how do you evaluate that without trying to get better, but you can get away with some things and maybe technique's not exactly what it needs to be? Or how do you kind of evaluate those games?
We kind of just start from the basics, just knowing that the right footwork that comes to whatever we play, and just knowing little techniques of work things like head placement or hand placement. It's always little things we gotta work on and grow together. But once we're off the ball together, and you just fight through whatever, we're good.
Is it difficult in a game like that where you can kind of get away with some things? Maybe you're just bigger, stronger to continue to focus on the technique in the moment?
Well, Coach Fry always talk about rebite. So, sometimes you could be in an awkward position, but it's all about rebiting, find a way to, anger yourself better and to still dominate what you got to do. That's what we try to work on every week and grow.
Matt, you play next to Luke every day. He's one of the advanced number 7. He's one of the best centers in the country this year. What's it like to be right beside him?
Luke is a very great player. I love the energy that he brings. He also the communicating around all five of us is perfect, and that's one thing. If we gonna call a play, we gonna execute it together. How it's supposed to, and that's one thing he does. He just has that confidence, and he just brings it.
Do the rest of you guys, does the rest of the offensive line have to buy into the center, in a different way than you have to buy into the other positions?
Yeah, most likely it's mostly us buying into the center. Our plays are different than the quarterbacks, so it's all about how we communicate for it.
TJ said that he's the president, Luke's the vice president. Do you even know what that makes you? Is there a hierarchy there?
Well, I don't know what they got going on, but whatever they got going on, I don't know. But those two run the plays.
Sorry. You talked about the chemistry and the communication between the five of you. Coach Dave brought up in his press conference that Coach Fry has done a great job of building that camaraderie. What has he done to facilitate between the five of you? Facilitate that between the five of you?
I could just say just bringing that energy and the connection that he builds with us is it gives us the confidence and just not being like timid or anything. To be able to walk in his office or if anything we have struggled with or have second thoughts about, he's able to sit down and make sure we have it strategize great and then yeah.
Coach Wall was talking yesterday about when he got here, he reached out to the cornerbacks immediately. Did Coach Fry do something similar with you? Like what was the first you heard from him and how did that connect?
The first we heard from him, he just came in with open arms and he was just bringing energy with as a coach. He was just willing to give like pour shout out to us and just work as a unit, and that's something that a lot of us adjusted to and was happy to take him in as a coach.
Is there something he's shown you technically that makes you a better offensive lineman today than you were a year ago at this time?
I could say like a lot of it has to do with technique. That's something that we all kind of like struggled with, and that's something we actually grown and got better, a lot better.
Like what sort of technique? What do you feel like is better?
Just footwork, like how to initiate the block before it comes to you on certain plays.
Does anything stick out watching these Scarlet Rutgers this week?
I just feel like they're a great team. They always have something up their sleeves, so our antennas is always up to see what they have. We've been having a great week of practice, and we're just gonna execute on it.
By like what they're up their sleeve, you mean like trick plays? Or
Trick plays,
or
just defensive schemes, movement. Yeah.
So last year when we talked to you, you were working on a project card. How's the project card coming? How's the baby doing? Any new updates on her?
Not so good updates.
No?
No. Kind of got into a little wreck with it. So yeah, it was raining and it just lost traction. Yeah. But hopefully I get it back in. I mean, it's still running. I just gotta get it fixed. That should be good.
Right now due to supply chain issues.
Yeah, especially with practice going on, I gotta like.
Well, yeah,
move that
also
side.
practice. I mean, but parts are just next to impossible.
Yeah, I'll find a way.
Where do you keep that at?
I have a garage.
In the garage?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about playing next to Dewan?
No, they call us the Jones Brothers because we able to communicate, we have fun, and just bring that energy. And I feel like when we communicate, we could be whatever we want to be.
See, they call you the Jonas Brothers?
The Jones Brothers.
Jones Brothers. I thought it was kind of like a take on the Jonas Brothers.
No, that's it.
All right, thank you.
I think you're good. Thanks.
Josh Proctor.
Hey, Josh. Ask you, your team has been a different lineup of guys in the secondary because of injuries and whatever, and just the standards still stay the same. You guys still play pretty good defense. Just how difficult has that been to kind of rotate guys in and out, and how good's it been that it's turned out so good?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily difficult. One thing we do live on is next man up, and when your name is called, be ready to go. And that's what we live by. No matter what happens, no matter who goes down in that moment, next man up. And we trust them, and we're ready to go.
How impressed were you by J.K. and Jair stepping up, obviously, a cornerback for their first?
I was very impressed. Just being a freshman, I know that's a lot. And then it being their first starts, it just puts a lot of pressure on them. But we just tried to make sure that we had those guys back and that they were confident in what they were doing and just ready to go with play.
Did you say anything to those guys in particular to kind of like calm their nerves or anything like that?
I really I got you. Like, we are here. Defense got your back.
Josh, Sonny got to go out there and get some early reps too. Just your thoughts on Sonny and what makes him ready for reps like that so young?
Just his mindset. He wants to learn. He wants to get better, and he takes it all serious. So I expect him to get in there and do what he does.
Could you have skipped your entire senior year in high school and played as a freshman here?
I don't think so. And that's just I don't know. He's different. Like, I call him a man child. That's my nickname. He's built different, looks different. But all in all, like I said, he's very mature for his age. He came in mentored like he was on it. It was nothing like you had to show him, teach him anything.
When did he first stand out to you?
I say first weekend camp for me, because I wasn't around a lot when he was first here. But definitely that first week of camp, I could just tell how mentally different he was from all the younger guys.
Josh, when you say mentally different, what do you mean by that?
Just processing the game, understanding the playbook, and learning different stuff you may not pay attention to as a young guy.
Josh, how do you help him on a night like last Saturday? Obviously, kind of a mixed bag result-wise for a guy getting a lot of his reps for the first time in his life. He hits that really dumb personal foul penalty and gets pulled out of the game, right? Doesn't go back in until it's well decided. Do you guys as leaders in that room have to talk to him? I mean, the coaches have said over and over, he doesn't make the same mistake twice. But
yeah.
What's your message to him in that situation?
Well, my message to him was just snap and clear. Play the next play. Don't beat yourself up about it. I know it's easy to go into that hole, but just try to lock in this next play and get it right the next time.
Josh, for you, I know you said you were physically ready at the start of the year, but you haven't played, in a while.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take you to feel like yourself again?
I was telling a couple guys that the other day that that's probably the first time I actually felt like myself.
Wisconsin.
Yeah. As far as running around and just feeling like myself, I actually just felt different.
Why do you think that was, and what was holding you back before?
Not sure. I don't know if it was just my mindset or thinking or my body feeling a certain type of way, but I just felt like I got out there and played like myself finally.
You were very animated out there. You made big plays.
That's me, having fun, jumping around, everything.
Now, Lathan didn't play last week. I mean, knowing that you were going to be the guy, did that have any role in it?
I actually didn't know.
You didn't
we didn't know. I didn't know Lathan wasn't playing, so that was a shock to me. Okay. I didn't know until right before the game, so yeah.
How different playing a team like Wisconsin is your role as opposed to when you have the spread teams you guys see a lot more frequently?
You don't have to necessarily worry about a lot of receivers, a lot of downfield routes. They use a lot of their tight ends, or just that Wisconsin's going to run the ball. They're going to try to get physical with you. So we knew it was going to be that type of game coming in.
So does that mean you're closer to the line of scrimmage than maybe you would be in another game?
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, week in, week out, game plan always changes, so you really never know.
Yeah, what do you like about what do you see about Rutgers that stands out to you?
I say just their tenacity. They play. They don't give up. And that goes with Coach Shiano. I played with him my freshman year. And I know he brought that mentality to Rutgers.
Does that give you
a little, maybe even more, a little added respect for Rutgers, knowing who their head coach is? I mean,
Definitely does.
Why is that?
It definitely does, because Shiano, he recruits dogs. I say that.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to know that you're, like, when it's time to get gritty and dirty, like, you're there, you're not running from it, you're not going to shy away from it. And I think that's what kind of mentality he took to Rutgers, and they kind of brought in. And over the years, like, you can see, like, they play with teams, and they're not giving up a lot like they used to.
They also look like a team that could pull anything out of the hat at any moment, right? How does that change? Just sort of like, or just how does it change your prep this week? You know, knowing they trick play every 3 plays sometimes.
Just being ready.
Yeah, what does that mean though to you? I mean, just your eyes. I mean,
Eyes,
be aware.
technique, anticipating instead of reacting. So knowing your job, what may be coming, reading formations, just it goes into all that.
But what's the best thing you told Jair and JK before that start last week about? Because JK was talking about he leaned on you and as he said, Proc and the Rocket. That sounds kind of cool, yeah. But for some advice and stuff. But what was the best thing you told him? You think?
Play your game. Don't think too much. You know what to do. You know how to do it. Only man, it's you versus you. And like I told you at the beginning, we told him we had his back, and that was that.
Are you feeling like yourself? How good did that feel? Just to not just be out there on the field, but to be who you want to be.
It felt great, actually. Yeah, I feel like that's what I've been looking for since the injury, since coming back, just feeling like myself and playing like myself. And I feel like I finally got the chance to let loose and relax and just ball.
Was there a moment that it happened?
Not really a moment. I just kind of feeling that I felt going into the game. Like I just felt it deep down.
Does your body just feel different on a day like that when you said it was maybe the first time you felt like yourself? Do you just wake up that day and be like, okay, today doesn't hurt?
Not necessarily. I mean, that's some days, shoot, without this metal in my body. But I say it's just, I don't know. It's like a excitement just going into the game. I get anxious.
Is that amplified in a game against Wisconsin, knowing that they're going to come right at you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's amplified in any big game.
Would you have returned that interception for a touchdown when Tanner got caught?
Definitely. I was messing with him after that. I told him I would have, but it's okay.
Just run straight ahead, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I guess he thought he had cut back and blocked it, so he was trying to follow that.
Go back to what you said you were feeling. Did it feel like you were flowing and triggering? You know, I mean, what is that feeling like? I mean, is it just you feel like you're balling?
It just feels like I know what I'm doing. I'm not rushing any reads. I'm not nervous about anything, overthinking anything. I'm just playing.
Brock, you got your hands on one, but didn't get it.
Yeah.
The story of your career. You got your hands on a lot of them, can't pick them off. What do you need to do to get your hands on them?
Just keep doing my job. Plays will come, and I think that's probably been my biggest flaw as a younger guy. I was always expecting for the big play, looking for the big play, wanting to make that play, and sometimes I got out of position. So right now it's just staying in position and waiting for my chance when I get it.
How close, now that you've watched it a couple more times, how close were you on that?
I was a lot closer than I thought I was. And I feel like I could have stepped around it, but it's okay. Things happen. I just made a in-moment decision.
So when you watch it again, are you still okay with it being a pass breakup, or are you really kicking yourself when you see it again?
I'm not okay with it, but I'm not mad that I got a pass breakup either. As long as he don't catch it, I'm good.
You had none green too. You were gonna score probably.
Oh yeah, whole lot of green.
How many of those now do you think it is for you? I mean, like every time it's like, man, you were close. How many do you think it is now?
I couldn't even count, honestly.
I know you're gonna get one. Right?
Oh yeah. I was talking to some of the guys here. I said last year, even though it didn't count, I was 100% on the season, so I'm going off of that.
When you get a pass breakup or you make a big play and then you hear that instant roar of the crowd, what's that like?
Shoot, it's just a boost of adrenaline, honestly. Once you hear the crowd, you just want to do more. You want to hear it some more, so you do whatever it takes to hear that again, get to that moment.
All right, thank you, Josh.
Thank you. See you guys.
Thank you, Josh.